Welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
Both of your hosts here at Humans in 5 do rather love going out in the world. Yeah, we're a little introverted at heart, but we still love taking the opportunity to go out there and have some new experiences. There's a whole world of exciting things to do once you just get out of your door.
Now, when you first make that move out into the world, sometimes you find that people seem awfully close. In some different contexts and situations, instead of the walls feeling like they're closing in, the crowds feel like they're getting all up in your business. Why do we sometimes feel this way? Why is it that sometimes people just seem to be standing a little too close to you?
Sometimes we like to joke that people are invading our personal space bubble, but it turns out there might be reasons for why we don't particularly care for people standing at certain distances relative to ourselves. Cultural anthropologist Edward T. Hall referred to the study of how humans occupy spaces around each other, proxemics.
Edward Hall realised that while we are comfortable with some people getting physically close to us, like our partners, we abhor when total strangers invade our sense of personal space. Hall defined a series of zones to better help explain those times when we do and don't feel comfortable with others around us.
Now, we're generally quite comfortable with members of the general public staying around 4 to 8 meters away from us in our public space. That's close enough that we can see their facial expressions and hear them clearly, but also not so close as to make us feel uncomfortable in public interactions.
In terms of our casual acquaintances, we're okay with them coming a little closer, moving into our social space between just over 1 to 4 meters away from us. When it comes to our good friends and family, we're happy for them to occupy our personal space, getting within an arm's reach at about half a meter to a meter away.
We tend to save our intimate space or any contact within that half meter for our very nearest and dearest, or for when we're engaging in particularly intimate actions like whispering or embracing another person.
It turns out, though, that these particular zones of comfort are not universal. There is quite a bit of cultural variation in terms of happiness with the closeness of our familiars and strangers. The distances we just mentioned are pretty typical of North America and North and Central Europe. However, these distances can vary to up to 30% between different cultural groups.
For example, people in Japan often have smaller public and social spheres than those in North America. That being said, there seems to be some flexibility. As people spend time in regions with different personal space tolerances, their own comfort levels in terms of personal space may shift as well.
So the next time you're feeling a little off by having someone stand a little too close, take a second to think about where they might be in your spheres of personal space. Meanwhile, here, we're pretty comfy within our bubbles.
We'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!